All right, everybody. Oh.
Are you not
Right.
coming out with your outfit on? And
No. So
Over the shoulder, maybe.
you don't have to get me. I'll sit over here and talk. You just get the.
You should stand in the middle and like.
Yeah. So welcome to your first Banishment ceremony. This is where the game really gets going. Just a reminder, obviously, Garrett, Chris, Blake, Sam, and who am I missing? Steven, cannot be banished, so they are not up for discussion of being voted out. Anybody else, it's fair game, so we will turn this over to y'all.
I don't mind opening. I've heard my name come up a couple times, and the consensus from that seems to be like I'm just a quiet person, and that's bothersome me all. I would just like to point out that's my personality. It hasn't changed. I am a shy, quiet, reserved person. If I'm not speaking in groups, it's because I've played games where speaking in groups is very bad. But I am down to get on the same page with people and speak one-to-one and talk strategy. So if anybody wants to do that, feel free.
I'm going to say I also heard my name because I act different than I did last night. I was tired and I was a little intoxicated last night. So if I acted any different today, it was not on purpose. I'm a naturally happy, talkative person. So, but like he said, one-on-ones, I'm down for it. So. And I'd like to continue to stay and play.
Okay, well, we'll do this tribal council style. So, Garrett, how does it feel to be safe?
It's great. That's not doing anything. So knowing you're safe, you're not going to be the first name thrown out that just gets gone with is incredible.
Okay. So, Eric, so you are not safe. So what is, a couple of people have said that they've heard their name. What have you done to make sure that your name doesn't get brought up?
Well, to start off with, there's 20 people here, and having connections with 20 different people is almost impossible. But still do whatever you possibly can to have some sort of conversation with somebody, because that could be the difference between getting voted off or being saved. So that's what I've done. Even if it wasn't game talk, I've tried my best to speak with as many people here as possible. I might have missed one or two, and I will do better on that in the next couple of rounds. But yeah, I think that's what it is. It's just trying to keep track of 20 different conversations.
Yeah, and I think in some games it is scary to break off into small groups. But I really think the reality in this game is that's something we have to do. The more we talk, the more chance we're going to have to catch people in situations and get information to move forward in the game. Otherwise, we're just shooting in the dark. So no one's going to, if you're like, hey, I want to talk to this person alone, I don't think people in this game, at least I'm not going to be looking at you like, why are they going off talk together? Because it's not Survivor. I get that thought process in other games, but I don't think it works here.
The hard part about this round is the assassins haven't assassinated, so are they really assassins yet? It's like, what are we going off of right now? There's no assassinations. We're just voting somebody out. So it almost feels like a survival tribal council, which is funny that you're bringing that up right now. It's very awkward in that sense. It's like we're not fully playing the assassins almost.
Yeah,
because Robert.
Yeah, because I can kind of speak on I just think that when it comes to this part of the game, I've kind of addressed, you try and find who you can work with, whether you're working with a secret assassin at that point, because in the beginning, people are throwing stuff at the wall and hoping that it stick, and that's what's been going on. And so it's all about, hey, use your deduction skills to weed out those assassins later if you chose to make an alliance with them. But in the beginning, it's all about who you can see yourself possibly working with or helping, get information to be able to try to track down the assassins.
Also, first round of the game, the assassins have all the power. They know who each other are, and the faithfuls really don't know anything. We don't know who's faithful. We don't know who's an assassin. We haven't seen a murder, which is a great point. We're judging based off of, personality changes and who is doing this or that. But the reality is we don't even know each other yet. We're judging based off of like 1, 2, 3, 4 hours of hanging out last night. And it's like, we are all human beings and have so much more depth than just 1 or 2 conversations. And so, I don't know, moving forward, like, I think people just need to be a lot more careful about like names being thrown out and what's sticking or not sticking and what people are saying and doing, because the assassins do know who each other are, and the assassins have that advantage of being in so many conversations and being able to push, turn down, and move forward names.
Right.
And we just don't.
We still don't know who the healers are too, and they haven't had a chance to even enact their power yet because there's no murder. So that also gives us a disadvantage of not even knowing that information, because if they had saved somebody and we know that that person that they chose ended up getting saved, that could have given us more information on who maybe the assassins are.
Mm-hmm. I would say, so I was one that noticed Amy's, from the, I'm gonna admit and say that I said that you changed me, you haven't talked to me today or anything like that, but going forward, me being safe, and I just admitted that I said Amy's name, and if someone said the other name, someone should speak up or say who that's in it, because I'm not gonna be the one saying it, or anyone else that's safe, because then that just shows that you're either an assassin or you're trying to work with an assassin. And I feel like that's another valid point, because if I'm safe and I say something's name and in the next round I'm not safe and I get murdered or banished because of that, then you have to think that someone's working with that other person. So.
What's going on with your board right there?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
All right. Anybody else got anything
Nothing.
before we get to the vote? All right.
Is anyone not have a vote down? Okay.
All right. So we will reveal our votes, and we're going to start on this end with Kyle.
I didn't even know you could see me. I really hate this because, again, like I said, I don't even know what to go off of. But I just had to take a lot. I'm very sorry, Amy. It would have hurt.
Sherry.
I have nothing. I don't have a clue. And I feel terrible because I love you and you remember me. But I just couldn't go against the grain. Like, I don't know anything. So I'm really sorry.
Make sure you also say your vote.
Amy, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this game is this is round 1 and it's already rough. It's really hard because there's nothing to go on yet. I do think I think it's 100%. The only reason you acted different was the over drinking, but it's too early on to really have anything, so I did vote Amy. I think it was just drinking. I don't think you acted either or anything.
Yeah, I don't think Amy acted different. I mean, she did, but it was obviously because she was drinking last night and now she's not. I don't think that has necessarily had anything to do with actually why she might get the majority of votes here. But I did hear Amy's name a lot. I want to be with the consensus, so yeah, I'm going with Amy. Sorry.
Like everyone said, there's not a lot to go on. So, person I talked to the least, unfortunately, is Josh.
Amy, I'm really sorry I voted for you. I feel similarly like I could not go against the grain here because I'm safe this round, but I don't know who would be safe next. And knowing that I don't think people were lying when they were saying it was going to be you. Like being the one person to write another name other than you, I feel like would put a target on me. And I'm so sorry. And like if you are an assassin, I will be gooped. Because that's crazy. I hope you're not a healer, and I'm really sorry.
I voted for you, Amy. I'm sorry for noticing that you were drinking. I understand that's different, but not talking to me based off how you were talking to me yesterday kind of also
Yeah.
made a difference to you. And I do love you. And I'm sorry.
My vote was also for you, Amy. It's not easy being the first person voted out of any type of game. Somebody has to do it, and you're a beautiful soul. I honestly had fun with you last night. I think you're a great person, and yeah, I hope we get to see more of you in these games because I know this is your first one. You said. I hope you continue to do.
Yeah. For me, I voted Amy as well. I don't like the rubric of the change up because I feel like everyone had their own way of traveling here, figuring out here, and I personally wasn't going off that rubric. Kind of for me, mine went based on talking to people, and that's the name that stuck the most. It's not necessarily the avenue I want to go because I feel like we have to play this game, people, and you know, kind of like a lot of people have been saying that they go against their grain right now. A target will grow in back, and I know mine's already a little mild, so that's why I did that. I love you so much.
I'm sorry, Amy, I also voted for you. You seem so fun and like a really great person, and I'm glad you're in this LRG community now, but this is just kind of where the ball started rolling, and unfortunately it just never stopped, so I had to do that.
You and I connected really early on, but just like everyone else, I wanted to agree with the majority on this. I think you have a fun personality. I do think you could have a title, and we won't know until a little bit later, but I do think that you could have a role in this game. So it's not just a name, but I honestly think you might have a title. Besides, faithful.
My vote is also for Amy. I felt like tonight it was either me or you. I had a great time talking to you last night, and I think you are going to be a fantastic player in whatever games you can continue to do.
Stephanie?
I love you. I know we just met. I just have to go with you. And that's all.
All right, so Amy, you just need one more vote. If Tess voted for you, you will be banished.
I'm sorry. I love you.
All right. Amy, you have officially been banished, but we will reveal the other votes.
So I really enjoyed getting to know you last night. It was a great time. Sorry that we have to continue doing this, as other people have said. It's kind of a name that stuck. I do think we should take note of the fact that most people have said this is just a name that stuck. I get that we're worried about putting a target on our backs, voting separately, but if a lot of people felt this way, I think we should maybe consider being more free to do something like that on the next round. I don't think we're going to get much information if we're all doing it like this. But I did vote for you, Amy, and I'm sorry.
I don't think you're an assassin. It's the craziest fucking parts. But I voted you, Amy, and I think this is a wake-up call because emotions are real, and I think now people realize we are playing a game, and that there are, and like, as much as you want to play the game, there are emotions involved, and it's one thing if you think you're an assassin, but I don't think you're an assassin. I just think that, like everyone said, the ball was rolling, and it was rolling too fast to stop, but I think this needs to be a wake-up call to people like, we are playing a game, and let's not have another moment like this. I mean, if you're not our assassin, great for the faithfuls, but I just don't. I think this is a sucky round, so.
I'm sorry, Amy, as well. It's the grain. I just can't go against it. And I love you. And we still have some more time to play, but
Alright.
So for this round, like, it's very hard to go off of anything because, like, we have no information. So with me, I just decided to go with the person, like, I haven't talked to as much. And I don't think you are, so I didn't vote you. I voted Josh. And if it's not you, I'm sorry, but we haven't talked that much yet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Amy. I voted for you, and I don't have a good reason. You know, like everybody else said, it's just.
Amy, I have to agree with Pete on this, where I saw maybe some changes. You just seem nervous, maybe. A little different, but I hope that I'm wrong, and I really hope that I did not hurt a healer. I think that's my biggest fear in this game. So I did vote for you, but I'm a little nervous about that vote.
All right. So Amy, if you will make your way up here to what we'll call the circle of truth. Hey, can you film her? Alright, so Amy, the time has come for you to reveal what your role is in this game.
So everyone, I apologize if I did act any different compared from last night to today. Lack of sleep, but I am a faithful. I am a faithful.
Alright. Amy, so if you want to meet us down here in the basement, and we'll kind of interject. Do you, Danny, do you want to take that?
Okay, you guys have officially made it through the first banishment. It obviously isn't easy, and I'm sure nothing that comes after this will be easy either. But now it is time to go back to sleep. I'm sure you all know what's coming next.
It's time to go to